Hi, I'm Kate Helen Downey, and I get horrible period cramps. I'm talking way beyond discomfort and aches. Try writhing around in excruciating abdominal pain, throwing up for hours, and passing out. I'm a podcast producer, but I've had a lot of different jobs. I've been a museum tour guide at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, an assistant director for opera and Shakespeare, a creative director of a science comedy theater. I've been a bartender, I've been a teacher. And no matter what job I'm working, every month I'm terrified that my period pain will ruin my life, that I'll fall behind at work, that I won't be able to show up for my loved ones, or that I'll have to go to the ER again. And before you ask, yes, I have seen doctors about this. I've asked every doctor I've seen since I was 14 why my cramps are so bad and what we can do about it. I've seen doctors in Maine, Boston, New York City, and Los Angeles, and I've heard everything. From some women just have bad cramps, to have you tried ibuprofen? To you shouldn't be trying to get anything done on the first day of your period anyway. What I haven't heard is an explanation. Why am I in so much pain? What's wrong with me? Does anybody else experience this too? And that is why I made this podcast.
Morning sickness, endometriosis, menopause, migraines, PCOS. Do you have pain? No, you don't. 'Cause we never really studied the female body.
What you'll hear in the upcoming 10 episodes of Cramped is my search for answers about period pain. When I find answers. When I don't find answers, I'll try to understand why I can't find answers, why they might not exist yet. When I started working on this podcast, I had a lot of people say to me, 10 episodes about period cramps? Is there even that much to talk about? And I can only assume that the people who say that don't experience this kind of pain, because the answer is yes. We're going to cover the obvious, of course, what menstrual cramps are technically and why they hurt.
There's something called prostaglandins, and they basically send signals to your gut, your GI system, clotting factors, and in your uterus, they can cause contractions.
I'll talk to other people who also get death cramps and find out what has helped them.
That day, I got a Vicodin prescription.
I go to pelvic floor physical therapy, which has helped me tremendously.
I'm on birth control to manage the pain.
There's going to be information you can use, like how to get better treatment at the ER if you need to go in for your period pain.
Having someone there with you who's not dealing with pain, because it can be so difficult when you're in extreme pain to be your own advocate.
Along with these crowdsourced tips and expert advice on dealing with period pain and navigating the medical system we're in, I'll be digging deeper to understand how we ended up here. Like why most medical research is done on male animals only. If you ask researchers this question, they'll probably say that female animals' hormonal cycles make them more complicated to study and therefore more expensive. So male rats only, because male rats are just like chiller, no drama. And why the care I might need isn't available with insurance.
I could be in surgery for 7 hours, and insurance company will reimburse me about $660 if I'm lucky.
And even how what's on TV affects the healthcare we get.
Scully was the wonderful character on The X-Files. And we found that 63% of the women working in STEM were largely influenced by that character.
I take a field trip to a research lab where they're finally trying to get to the bottom of the causes of period pain and find better treatments. I talk to a hormone specialist and find out if balancing your hormones is even a thing, and what is cortisol? I talk to patient advocates helping Congress write a bill for better women's healthcare funding. And we even find out how much period pain is affecting the GDP. So, yeah, as it turns out, there's definitely 10 episodes worth of stuff to talk about. But my favorite parts have been talking to other crampers about our pain. I've been trying to deal with this thing alone for so long, I didn't expect to have so much fun talking about something that hurts so much.
As someone who's been experiencing this for many decades in my life and reads about it and then promptly forgets about it every month, like a eternal sunshine of the spotless uterus situation that I'm running.
Look, sheeple, you're being led astray, and I'm one of you too.
Every exorcism in the past was just a woman experiencing dysmenorrhea, and they were like, oh God, Satan lives.
So whether you're one of us crampers, or someone you love is, or even if you're just curious about something that 90% of menstruating people experience but hardly ever gets talked about openly, stick around. Subscribe to Cramped wherever you listen to podcasts. The first episode comes out Tuesday, February 4th, and there'll be a new episode every Tuesday for 10 weeks. Talk to you soon.
I go to the doctor to get dismissed. Try losing weight, you're just anxious. That's fine, that's cool, I'm not pissed. Just wait 10 years for a diagnosis. Psychosomatic, you're so dramatic. Hysterical, emotional, hormonal, erratic.